Hello. Welcome to episode 47
47
of the Boulder Boy Show.
Wow.
You may be surprised because it's not Seth introing because he's not here. He's taken up a new profession, a new line of work.
He's out with a knee injury.
No, he's not. No, he's not. And don't say that. No,
Knock on freaking wood, dude.
It's funny, but not funny.
Ruling auto mechanic.
Ruling auto
The shop is about to be open.
Yes.
You know, Pearl and 24th.
Yep.
You know?
He's getting his license.
Yep.
He's taking the test right now.
He's been doing night school. If you've ever met Seth, he just really gives off mechanic vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a cool mechanic.
The coolest mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He may know nothing about cars, but you trust him just because he looks so good. You know.
So he's missed. We're sad Seth is not here, but
This is his first he's ever missed.
I was gonna say I'm a little bit happy because now we're even. I've missed one. Seth's missed one. Have we all? We've all missed one.
I haven't missed.
I've
any.
missed like
Drew's never missed
100.
one.
No, dude, you did. You missed a bunch. Man, every time I hang out with you, you get me at least one time. You know. Cool. Well, I only wanted to MC in the sense that I was gonna like do the intro, but dude, I don't know. We have a bunch of topics this time. Last week we were dry.
Yeah, this is the funny thing. It's like Seth, we knew that Seth couldn't make it, and I was like, you know, we can give a break. I was like, guys, we can give a break, take a break, and it's gonna be fine. But then we start talking about topics, and it was like, we actually can't take a break. There is so much going on this week. It's like we have to get it out. So there is a lot happening.
Yes.
First thing, where were you last weekend, Drew?
Seth and I went down to Flagstaff, which was super awesome. I've actually never been to Flag. Have you guys spent any time in Flag?
I've driven through and like eaten like a meal, but never stayed the night.
I have.
Yeah, it's been years, but I've been there once.
I was there 9 years ago.
It's like incredible. People know this already in the community, but like, yeah, we went down for a little training trip. I am not going to be able to be at Western States because I'm going to be at Labrado. And so I wanted to prioritize getting a big training weekend in with Seth and prioritizing just, you know, his journey and being part of that. And so we went down with the goal of running rim to rim to rim. His buddy Dylan, who's been doing all the filming, and shout out Dylan Forsey, super talented, you know, filmmaker who's been crushing it and great dude. Anyone who has budget in the trail space should hire Dylan because he is pure vibes, pure talent.
And if you don't have the budget, find it.
Find it. Great guy. So Dylan and his wife Brooke came down, and yeah, we just had an awesome weekend. We got there Friday, flew into Phoenix, got there Friday, went up to Flag, you know, had a mandatory pizzicletta dinner, which slapped. Shout out to
Live up to the hype.
Say more because I haven't eaten there.
Yeah.
I've been a huge fan from afar. Like, what's the style of the pizza? What's the vibe of the restaurant? What did you order? Tell me everything, dude.
Okay. So, awesome vibe. This is like a little corner restaurant, probably like 10 seats in the front of the house, 20 folks probably total inside, bunch of seats outside. Just like great vibes. Very much feels like kind of elevated for folks in Boulder. Pizzeria Locale that became Alberico, kind of that vibe, like very fresh ingredients. We had a marg that was fabulous, super classic. And then we had one that was a white sauce with andouille sausage on it. Also good. And then the one that was actually my favorite was an arugula that had like a freaking mountain of arugula. So I feel like folks who have followed the Coconino Cowboys and Jim and the whole squad down there is probably familiar with Pizzicletta from those eras. And
Did you see any cowboys?
We did not see a single cowboy.
Whoa, a ghost town.
And Seth and I are clearly not cowboys based on how the rim to rim went. So,
well, dude,
I want to hear about that.
yeah, I couldn't believe like Rachel and Tyler were in there too. Like,
we had
was that planned?
So
It's funny. It's funny. Like I saw the stories, and Tyler is like he loved the Boulder Boys. You know, like when you like share so much like funny things, is because the love is deeper than what I thought. huge. Like I admire that guy. Like he's a big inspiration for me. So it's like so cool to see, you know.
I think you have read it perfectly, Moy, where he heckles us constantly because he loves us so much.
That's awesome.
But no, so Saturday, first day post travel, we went and did the A1 loop. Seth did the full, and I joined him for about 11 miles of it, which is kind of an iconic lollipop loop that is like just so ideal for like running fast on dirt. There was like a ton of training groups out there.
Yes.
And Seth, it was so funny. Seth like kind of started the run. He's like, "Oh, this is just an easy day." And then I pick him up like 6 miles in, and I'm like, just breathing so hard because we're ripping just like 620s casually. And you're like, "This is not an easy run, Seth." Okay,
It is so hard to jump on somebody's train.
no warm up, straight
No
in.
warm up.
Yeah.
Cold start.
Cold start.
You reminded me actually. I have stayed over in Flagstaff, and there's dispersed camping out there by the A1 loop.
Yeah.
And I stayed. My dad, shout out the Ozman. He used to have this like tiny Ford Transit Connect, like the little one that was like kind of built out like a van.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so
nice.
Jay-
They're like little like 2 front doors, 1 slider on each side.
Yeah.
Like kind of
Yeah.
Yes.
a miniature transit.
Yeah. So Jay and I did a road trip one time and stayed there, and then I ran some of that loop. So it's a sick area.
Oh, so beautiful. And
Yeah.
I think it's really fun to be there. It kind of reminds me of like the Bend ecosystem where you're pretty high and you've got kind of that high desert, and it's just these like beautiful pine forests with literally no undergrowth. And so you just have these like beautiful, stick straight trees, so much openness underneath, like really, really incredible landscape to run. And so we did that. Seth was cruising. We had a great time. And then we went and did the canyon on Sunday.
Did Dylan come for the A1 loop?
Yeah, he was out there. He and
Did he bring that bike?
No, he and Brooke just cruised around. It was honestly, it was like being on a cycling team.
Oh,
like
nice.
a car was just like 10 feet behind you the whole time.
Sick.
With snacks and bottles and whole great vibes.
That's the dream.
Yeah. So and then we went and did the canyon on Sunday. Have any of you guys done the canyon?
I've done half.
Never.
Yeah.
What do you mean by half?
Rim to rim.
Like just up from the Flagstaff side down to the river and then back up.
Rim to rim. So like
Rim to river, I will say.
Yeah.
Did you do the cowboy loop?
I
Go
call
like
it
down.
Just up and down, literally
Yeah.
out and back.
Oh,
rim
Cool.
to rim, not rim to rim to rim.
oh man.
No, because
I'm the only one.
rim to rim would be like I cross the river and then go up the other side.
I'm pretty sure in the parlance of the Grand Canyon, rim to rim describes like down South Kaibab, up Bright Angel, or reverse, like from the same rim.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. I think that
I think it's
I've known that as the cowboy loop, and rim to rim is like the rim to rim FKT Frericks has,
From
and
one
it's
rim to the
from
next.
it's down South Kaibab
Up the north
across the
side?
bottom,
And you
up
just
the north
stop?
side, and then you
Yep.
just stop and
Oh.
hope you have homies
See?
over there, or you take the
TIL,
shuttle.
dude. Today I learned. Or it's going to get settled by the fans, dude.
Yeah. But I only did the like one half because we were parked in one side and I
Yes.
wasn't gonna be doing a 70K outing. So
Yeah.
I did half of it. Beautiful.
Yeah, and Adam,
So
you've
hard.
been there too.
Yeah, like that. Even just dropping down to the river and then coming back out the same side.
Yeah.
I melted on the climb out because I didn't have enough water.
Mm.
And there was no one to bail me out.
And there's no bailout. There's no way to bail out
Yeah.
No.
unless you want to have a really embarrassing experience of riding a mule out
Dude.
from halfway up.
This was early days for me too. I don't even think I got any water at Phantom Ranch. And it was like April probably.
Jeez,
and we
dude.
started at like noon. So
Yeah.
yeah, major.
That's how you learn.
Well, you guys had some Arnold Palmers. Did
We
I see
did.
pictures of that?
We did. So we
How was that?
Okay, so the whole experience was incredible. Like we all got to go back and just do a big
That'd be
weekend
fun.
there.
We'll just take
Um,
all the records and
Oh yeah, totally.
Easy. Light work, as somebody said in
Okay,
Black Canyon.
okay. Both the rim to rim men's record and the rim to rim to
Oh,
rim
dude, it's
is
crazy.
messed up.
Yeah.
It's so fast. So fast. So we got there probably like 7:15, so definitely not like an alpine start. Ran down, sun's out, it's beautiful. It's probably like 60. Just having a blast, just chatty, you know? And it's the reverse mountain. So you like run 5,000 feet down, hit the river, you're feeling great. Run across the bottom of the canyon, still not like getting hot yet.
How wide is the bottom?
So it's like six-ish down to the river
Yeah.
with 5,000, roughly 5,000, a little over 5,000 feet of descent.
Mm-hmm.
It's then probably 10 across, slight uphill. But I think over across that 10, maybe you do 1,500 feet of climbing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, bam, you hit a wall and you climb up the north side.
About the same that you go down on the south side.
This is gonna show that I'm not much of a stats guy,
Fair.
data guy when I run. But I think it's like another like 4,000 feet, 4,000, like 3,500, 4,000 once you kind of really get to the steep part.
Okay.
Climb up that side. And that's when we ran into Tyler and Rachel.
Oh, cool.
Had no idea they were gonna be out there. Literally, we're just like coming up on a switchback, and all of a sudden, from like above us, we just see, oh, here come a couple of slow pokes, and it was Tyler.
Of course.
And so Rachel had done rim to rim.
Wait a minute. She's like
I might be blowing up her spot, but like she did rim to rim the day before.
Oh my God.
I think 3rd trimester.
That's really impressive.
Crazy, so cool.
Man, she just continues to be such a badass.
Yeah,
like everything she does.
Really, really impressive, and you know, I'm really excited to hear Rachel's story because I think that Rachel is going to do a great job of acknowledging that, you know, this is what she's capable of in her body. And that's not for every pregnant woman in their 3rd trimester. Like, I don't also want to normalize. I feel like we've got a lot of pregnant friends right now.
Yes.
And the experience that each of them are having is very different. And so I think it's super freaking cool that Rachel did that and so inspiring. And also, if you can't do that, that's fine too. So just want to acknowledge that because like that is not necessarily the norm for what it means to be a pregnant person.
No. And to your point, Drew, like Rachel, when not pregnant, is also not normal.
100%.
As an athlete.
100%.
So it's like, yeah, it kind of tracks, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point, though. Dude, that's crazy. I couldn't believe, because I saw on their Instagram stories they were out there. I was like, I wondered if you guys had maybe like hit them up and coordinated it.
I had no idea. I was totally shocked. It was such a fun,
Especially with it being
surprise.
Tyler, dude. It's like, that's your guy.
I know.
You know? In the heat.
It felt right that
It's like if it's hot enough and you like say Tyler 3 times, he show up.
yeah, he just appears. And he appears
Click
and
your heels
and he
3
appears
times.
a little bit in front of me, and then he just kind of runs away from me.
Yeah.
Which is what happened because Tyler got there, and then he was like, "Oh, I'll just run up with you guys." And then next thing I know, Tyler and Seth are just running away from me, and I'm like, "Oh, these two, so freaking fit."
Dude, I heard he bailed you out with some water, though. Was that just like Instagram hype?
I mean, it was Instagram hype, but it was also that the water was turned off at the trailhead, and so we just would have had to go like another half mile to the campground. And Seth and I were like, "We're not about to do that."
Gotcha.
So
Nice.
we had to, you know, drop a knee and kiss the ring of Salt Lake in order to get a little bit of water. But it was really fun to see them, and then we turned around and we were like, top of the world, you know, big descent, nice long downhill. At this point, we're like dunking in every creek, like full Western States style.
Was it hot? Like
Starting to get hot, like probably, I don't know, mid 80s.
Oh wow.
Mid 90s. I don't really know how hot but probably a mile before Phantom Ranch, you get into a kind of tighter canyon, and it started getting real hot. And we were kind of like both, you know, like those moments in runs where it just goes a little silent, where you've been like chatting for like an hour and a half, and then it just goes silent, and you're running like 7:10s, 7:15s in on a trail, and you're like, okay, we both are kind of like feeling it, but also trying to push to get to Phantom Ranch. Got there. I go and just put myself in the creek for like 3-4 minutes. Seth goes and buys us a couple of lemonades, a couple of Arnold Palmers, and we sit there, we're drinking, great vibe, and we're like, oh, no big deal. Like, we just got 5 miles. 5 miles. We can do anything for 5 miles. Cross the river, start jogging, up the climb. About a mile and a half in, I'm just like, all the alarm bells are going off.
Yikes.
I'm just like, oh no, it's gonna be a long one. And so we hike and ran probably until about like 3.5. And this is an iconic Holman poured my family story where we went to the canyon when I was like in 12. When I was 12. It's the only time I've ever been to the canyon.
Mm.
Hiked down. My brother saw the river and was gone. Just gone. He's, 14.
Yeah.
He's gone. I'm like, okay, well, he's competent. He'll be fine. My parents and I stop, have a little snack, go a little further, and I kind of get antsy, see the river. So I kind of take off. Maybe 40 minutes later, my mom thinks, oh, I'm almost there. And there's this bloody sign that says 3.8 from the bottom, 3.5 from the top. And you've just been descending forever. And so on the way up this time, I saw this sign and all of my like positive energy of like, oh, we're doing fine. We'll just hike it out soon. Gone. And so then I just like soldiered my way out. I don't know what it is about that, but it was like one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Wow. Did Seth stay with you, or did he?
Seth stayed with me, and we kind of like would hike and jog for a period. And then at one point, he went around a corner, and there's some shade, and I was like, I just sat down.
Yeah.
And I was like, I
Oh, dude.
hope he leaves me because I don't want to slow him down.
That climb is heavy duty, dude.
And I feel like since then, I've like, talked to my buddy Nick. He was like, oh, same exact experience. Just like alarm bells going off on that climb out. You start looking at some of these, like the Stravas, and you realize people are like, oh, they like, partial rim to rim to rim. And you're like looking at their Stravas and they just stop it like halfway up that final climb. And I think it sneaks up on folks. So in the great words, or in the words of the great Dakota Jones, I went out like a pro and I blew up like a pro.
Dude, I love it.
So, but it was so cool. So cool.
Nice. It looked awesome, dude.
And Seth, guys, he's not here. Seth is so ready.
Did you leave him in the canyon?
Seth is so ready.
Dude, that's good.
Amazing. What great training too.
Yeah.
Like from a heat
What a
standpoint.
good session. And also, just like, taking your time.
Yeah.
I think that's very important.
Yeah.
So cool.
Maybe not by choice, but I did take my time.
Oh, but you guys have the lemonades at the bottom, and like that's
We were
pretty
trying to
cool.
have like enjoy the experience and okay, and it's also just like it's a really hard thing, and there are so many families down there. There's so many people in different bodies from different backgrounds, hiking in, out, staying at Phantom Ranch. Like it's a pretty cool mixing pot of just like the United States and the world. Like lots of folks speaking different languages, and it's just like cool to see in the States. So
it's one of those places that just neutralize, and everybody's in the same, like in the
100%.
same boat.
100%.
Wow, it's hard for everybody, independently of how fit or professional you are. You're gonna have your little lesson at some point. I think. I don't know.
100%.
I guess maybe if you start very early or something. Wow, but pretty cool. And then you guys came back, or
and then we just came back to Flag, and
in the drive to
I had a quintessential Drew moment where I threw up on camera again. Like got to the top, got to the
amazing.
top, and was like, "Oh no!"
Hell yeah.
And the dad cams out, and so now there's a couple of videos of me throwing up on camera.
That's
So
incredible.
good.
Man, so it was one of those days.
Oh wow! What?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So this is an
No,
exaggeration.
guys,
A
I'm
real
saying it was one of the
struggle
hardest days of my life.
Oh,
Like,
Wow.
dude.
things did not go well.
Dude, I can't
Oh.
wait to see the video.
Well, I'm glad you're here
Awesome.
to tell the story. You know what I mean?
How did you feel like it was for you, Drew, as like a pre-Labrado type of effort?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, it's good for states.
I
but-
actually think really good because I think, and actually, Seth and I were talking about this as we were running into the canyon and running across, running up the north side, running back down, that like those descents are actually pretty similar to like a European descent where they're runnable. You're at an altitude where you can run and you feel like you should be running hard, and it's 5,000 feet. And like, there's just not too many truly like buffed out runnable downhills. And so I actually think it's going to be like great for Labrado. And we were talking about how like,
Hell yeah.
for the folks that live in Flagstaff, like that's an incredible training ground for Europe too. And I know that a lot of them have chosen to be in Europe over the years to train, but like, it's like 5,500, 5,000 feet of descent, and it's all like, you can turn the feet over on it, just because of the nature of how good the trail is. So I think it's gonna be good.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys were able to go out there. A little jealous, but we'll all go back someday.
We'll all go back.
Yeah.
We'll all go back for
Sick.
sure. Yeah.
So cool.
What'd you guys all get up to in Boulder this weekend? For the long any Boulder bouldering happening?
No,
I didn't go.
dude. It rained the entire time you guys were gone. It just rained.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
but
Oregon.
This is not the Boulder I signed up for, but yeah.
it's been so nice though.
Yeah.
Like, a little cooler.
Yeah, we've had some good runs. Like, yeah, it was nice. I don't know. I got up. I went up to on Labor Day to escape all the madness here in town. I went up to the Sourdough Trail to just packed in with snow. It was such a miserable. I mean, like, just walked for like I don't know how many miles.
It's
So much snow.
it's still fully packed.
Pretty much.
Did you park at the winter lot or the south?
No, I
south
parked in
end?
south
End of Switzerland.
south end and then ran towards Brainerd, and like you had like a half mile of decent trail and then probably a half mile of like snowdrift trail, and then it was just like kind of the worst type of snow where it had been just warm enough where you're just post holing, like you think it's firm, and then you're like breaking your knee, like it just goes down like a foot or two, and yeah. So, but once I got to Brainerd, I just took the road down Beat to Peak Highway all the way
sweet.
back. So it's got some running in. But
Sweet.
Yeah.
I feel like it's such an interesting in Boulder because like we get access to the Front Range trails so early.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, I feel like now it's end of May and we've already had a couple of threads where we're like, when are we getting up high?
Yeah.
And then you like get up to the top of Green and you like look at the mountains and you're like, oh, they're still
Yeah.
full of snow.
Yeah.
Like people are
Yeah.
still out there
Yeah.
skiing.
Yeah. People skin.
Well, I'm sure with this cool weather and the rain, it's going to be a little bit longer now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have such great trails here though. Matt and I ran on Saturday at OHV,
Yeah.
which is like a great place to get runnable vert that's steep. So that was super fun. Just a fun running weekend. I didn't go to Boulder Boulder because it's kind of hard to get in there if you aren't within the like blockade. Like Moya, you live within the blockade, so you can just kind of like walk out your door.
Yeah, because it goes in front of the house. So that was super cool. I love it. I love the experience of experiencing the Boulder Boulder. I think just make a coffee, and see the first like the citizen race going. Andy Walker was third in front of our house.
He was when he went by.
Yeah.
That's
And
dope.
then Kate was just behind.
Because Cade was top 10 too, right?
Yeah, he was like fifth.
Dude,
Run
that's
like
awesome.
30. He ran like 30 minutes and 40 seconds, something like that, which is crazy for such a punchy,
Yeah, it's a hard
10K,
course.
you
Yeah,
know?
it's really hard.
It's like, it's never flat.
Mm-mm.
So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, it was raining, but then, like you see everybody just going and running. And Max, good friend, is here visiting. So we took that morning off and just walk around the course. And then Kirsten, Max, and I went and we walked and saw some bands and,
Nice.
like stay like then there is like this very good band that played in one of the houses. And then when the race finished, they start playing like on the middle of the street. And it was like a whole experience. Like people was dancing and like just neighbors hanging out. So it was very cool. And that was like the sunny part. And
Oh,
then,
nice.
Yeah, like because we got like a break of the rain, and then you prepare for like the elites or the pros race, and that's just crazy. Like just you guys saw the finish of it.
I did not.
It was nuts.
It's incredible. It's like like where we live, on 13, dude. Connor, yeah,
Mats, yeah.
he was second by like 15 seconds. And Max, who is like, he follows running very closely. He's like, oh yeah, like this is probably like a mile and a half or a little bit under 2 miles from the finish, and 15 seconds on a 10K. And I was like, yeah, he's not gonna make it this year. He has won the last 2 years. So we saw it, and we were like, yeah, he took second. And then we were at the house. We're like, oh, we should watch like the recap of the YouTube of the live, see how was the finish. Did you guys saw that?
Dude, it's so good.
It's
You gotta watch it.
You have to watch it, dude. Spoiler alert: he freaking got to the guy that was on first within like 50 meters
Wow.
of the line.
Yeah, they're running like 4 flat pace in the stadium, just
Is
sending it, man.
sending it so hard, and he's like, he has it so well timed.
Yeah.
Like he knows where to push, like the little hill before, like he's like freaking, like he has the knife on his mouth. He's like, like like just like he was already pushing hard, and then he's pushing much harder, and then just past the guy who was first, whose name I don't remember.
Well, he's a medalist, a 10K medalist on the track. Like the guy is legit. That
Dude.
he outkicked.
It was insane.
But when I watched the video, I've seen like a whole bunch of different clips from friends who like took videos too, and like it pans to the crowd, like a lot of different videos, and it's really cool to see because it shows that like road running and track can be a spectator sport in like in all the ways. Like there, one of the videos I watched, like I mean, you can hear the crowd just going insane, and then the guy's phone like goes to the crowd, and there's just like people like with their beers, and the beers like flying, everybody's going crazy. It was really cool. Yeah.
So
It's
sick.
neat to watch. So I highly recommend like going back and watching the finish if
You guys
can.
should watch. The last 10 minutes are incredible because
Yeah.
he's making time, and like slowly, and you see it, but you're like, I mean, he has to make 15 seconds in the last mile and a half, and he freaking did it, dude, and beat him by 2 seconds.
That's so sick. I'm definitely gonna go watch.
I also just think that like more road races should run using the model of the Boulder Boulder.
Yeah.
Okay, because like this is so for folks
It
who
makes
don't know,
sense.
like they run the citizens race. So tens of thousands
Yeah.
of people,
Like 52,000.
52,000
Yeah.
52,000 people run the race. And so it's like a party all morning. And all folks are just any speed. People do multiple laps. There's slip and slides. There's shots of whiskey. There's, anything you want along the run. And then all those folks finish in the CU Boulder football stadium and stay there.
Yeah.
And so you have an entire football stadium filled.
They're buying concessions. They're hanging
Yeah,
out.
man.
Yeah.
It is cool.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy. You have a full
then-
stadium,
With the pro race.
and then you have the pro race.
And so to have that kind of like theatrics at the end, where literally these two of the best runners in the world are coming into the stadium is just erupting, and then you have something kicking down for the win. It's unreal. It's unreal.
And all of these people, the people that is in the stadium, like 90% of them just did it.
100%.
So
Yeah.
Mega
the
fans.
context
Yeah.
is different, right?
It's a win-win because like as a fan and amateur runner, you get to see the pro race finish, which you don't normally get to do.
Right.
And for the pros, it's like, what a crazy finish.
Yeah.
And it guarantees that the stadium's full.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it's kind of cool too because the pro race, they have people from different countries. I don't know if they still do it, but I think they do, where they score countries against each other too.
Oh,
And so
sweet.
it's as an American, it's kind of cool to see like Connor Mance out kicking somebody from another country, and like it's like on Memorial Day, like everybody's just like pumped up, and I don't know, it's just like a really cool moment.
Yeah, the vibe is great, and then like I think the connection of the people with the running is crazy, and also like the ladies race. I mean, just like so crazy. The finish wasn't like that extreme because this is also something that doesn't happen always. But like when they pass by our house, they were like running at a speed that is just incredible. The first lady, she had like a minute and or 40 seconds, and she was looking so smooth and like so controlled, so dominant. And the other cool thing is like in the citizen race, if you win the citizen race, which is not an easy thing to win, you get invited to the pro one the next year.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, a lot on the line.
Yeah, and I think the guy who took like 4th or 5th, he won last year or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but what an experience. It's like I want to run it. I think I may do it next year. But yeah, just expecting it is amazing.
Matt, did you ever run it?
No, I got invited to do it in 2015 and turned it down. I was getting ready for some other races, and it's one of my biggest regrets.
Still can.
You got invited to the pro?
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been cool.
Dude, you can. Next year we run it, you win.
Yeah.
and the citizen one, and then
those days are gone. Dude,
I don't think so.
I mean, Andy Wacker's. We all know how fit he is right now, and he was
Third.
Third. It's
Yeah.
like dudes are.
But dude,
flying.
I will be there in 13. I will be there in 13. You know, like
Yeah.
I will like just like cross with my bike in front of the first guy, and then you like I'll kick him or something.
That'd be fun.
Shout out to Andy though. Yesterday I ran into him just down on the creek path during my easy run, and we ended up running like 3 or 4 miles together. And shout out to somebody who in the trail sport and has like kind of focused on that is still out here running roads and just kind of like chasing what sounds fun to him.
Yeah.
And so he literally just ran the Boulder Boulder, and this weekend he goes to Sunapee for the World's Qualifier, which is also a stacked race.
Oh, dude.
And that's a 7-mile race with like a couple
Mountain
thousand feet of climbing to qualify for the classic?
The classic team.
Like how cool is that?
Yeah,
that dude's still chasing like road PRs,
yeah, and
which
he's
is so cool.
What is he? 38.
Something like that.
He said he wants to try to like break his like mile PR.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
That's inspiring.
So badass.
Yep.
I don't think
Very
this was on the list, but Sunapee, just because he and I were chatting about it, like Liam Marrow, Christian Allen,
Dan Kurtz.
The women's field's insane too.
Like that's gonna be really fun. So we gotta talk about that next week after. See what happens, because it is stacked, and it's fun to see all of these. I mean, there's like so many young post collegiate kids that have landed in trail and are just absolutely shredding it.
Mm-hmm. It's
scary,
scary,
a really good race
for us in a few years when they get into the ultra scene.
No, it's a different sport. Don't worry.
Well, yeah, that's how I got my introduction into trail running. You know,
Few making.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing against that. I'm just trying to keep peace of mind. Yeah, well, that was Boulder Boulder. Super cool.
Yeah,
what an experience, dude. Grand Canyon, Boulder Boulder. I'm also impressed that it was still like a whole party, even on a very like rainy day.
Yeah.
Still was like pretty cool. Yeah. That was Monday. Yeah. That was like 2 days ago.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It was.
But this is what goes back to like create the event in an environment where people care about these sports.
Totally.
And you can build incredible experiences for the athletes, incredible opportunities for brands. Like you realize that a place like Boulder freaking loves running, and like give us an opportunity to come out and like support that, which is cool.
So dope.
Very dope.
All right. Is this your moment?
I think this is my moment. I gotta peel off.
Dude, thanks for pulling through.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for having me.
Yeah, next week
we'll get the whole crew for the whole time.
Yeah, and the Seth side
Except
of the
I
Grand Canyon story.
I won't be here.
Yeah, so they'll be like, oh yeah.
Wasn't
that bad.
Love you guys.
So Drew just pieced out. Should we talk about states? The entrance list. Shakeups.
Woo, earthquake,
Yeah.
dude. Earthquake. 8.2, I will say.
But
You know what?
Broken.
we called this weeks ago.
Hey, and you know
MFers are
what?
broken out here.
I don't think the checkout is over.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there's more coming.
Just starting.
I know nothing, and don't quote me on any of this. But I think that a couple more may fall.
Yes.
For sure.
So who are we talking about? We got Hayden is out.
Hayden's out.
Which is a bummer. Hayden,
Yes.
Bummer.
dude, great guy, amazing athlete. Last year he is probably still extremely fit right now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So fit, like third, battling for second. I am sure that healthy Hayden this year was just gonna like destroy the course, and be really up there. So it is a bummer that he has to be out, but we will see him at UTMB. I think that's his plan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be exciting.
Hayden's out. Jim's out. His fellow cowboy hat. Your boy Scott Jurek's out here having a field day, dude.
That meme.
Dude, that was so quick
that
and
Instagram
so
was great.
well
So
done.
funny.
Yeah.
But tragic, dude.
Very tragic.
Freaking tragic.
Yeah.
Sad for a
And,
Hoka, you know? Okay.
John Ray,
And John, dude.
John Ray, dude.
Yeah.
The cat's out.
Because
Poor guy.
what happened to John?
That Instagram post that he made, dude, I almost started bawling. Like I got all the emotions just reading it. I was like, man, this does suck. Like Like
did it like strike a chord for you
and
what you went through?
It kind of did, because it's just like he had this year kind of planned, right? Where it was like gorge and hoping but I think he would have made the world team if he like didn't mess up his ankle at gorge, and then didn't get selected for the world team, and then was planning on like putting all of his eggs in his, the basket for states and sacral stress fracture. So it's like it's just a perfect example of like this is elite running when you're just like you're riding a fine line. All these guys, we're all like riding this fine line.
Too fine sometimes. Too fine.
To like, to win a race or like give yourself the best shot at winning a race, and like this is what happens.
I don't know.
It sucks.
Moy, I know you're being tongue in cheek, but I don't know if it's too fine. Like Jay and go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I mean too fine. Like I'm not saying that he's playing with fire or anything like that, but like
What do you mean?
Too fine is like sometimes you don't even see the line.
Oh yeah,
and you sometimes you can like go all the way past the line and come back and it's all good.
Mhm.
And sometimes you step a little bit past the line, dude, and like everything comes down. So too fine is just a way of saying like it's kind of invisible.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it's like you have to,
dude. Exactly. That's I was talking with Jay about this, my wife, the other night, because like as elite athletes, a lot of athletes, like you don't have to be elite, but like especially when you're wringing the most out of yourself, you're doing as much training as you possibly can, you're like min-maxing all of the other variables. Like, dude, there's usually if you're listening, your body and mind give you little signs that like, ooh, like I'm tired, or like, oh, I've got some niggles, like, and I'm like pushing through, or like, man, I feel really hungry. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, do you listen to those things? And like, I think we're all guilty at times of like not, but like, this is the question is, it's like, is it better to be right up against the actual line? Like you're right up against it. And it's like, oh, maybe you're going to tip over it, but like you stay there and then you have a crazy performance and maybe a few crazy performances and then you get injured, or you never get close to the line and maybe you never have those breakthrough, like crazy breakout performances. It's like, if you want to be at that level, like winning the biggest races these days, like you kind of have to be like doing some crazy ass shit.
Totally.
Yeah, I agree. I disagree. I think the Western State of this year is a perfect example of most competitive race of the year. A bunch of runners that could win it. The best in the world, running, and then a bunch of them are just not making it.
Dude, totally.
But there's guys that will be on the starting line that are riding that
still
line
doing the same
that are going
shit.
to win the race. Like
Killian
right now is riding that line with his injury.
It's literally
Adam
like
Peterman's training is like
Jeff McGavro, crazy ass shit.
Even dude,
in a good way.
Seth,
like
Seth is training smart, but Seth is doing more than he's ever done in his life.
Yeah.
So there's a line there.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
it's like throwing tomatoes at a wall.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
And
tomatoes.
Or what do you guys throw here?
Eggs.
Eggs.
No.
Okay, we can do eggs.
Eggs,
but
tomatoes.
like tomatoes are like for the vegans.
Totally.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But like it's like, and I agree. If you want to win it, maybe you have to like ride it.
Or just like really try to get 100% out of yourself. It's like whether you win or not.
That's the thing. I think if you try to get 100% of yourself, you know what is 100%. I think here you're trying to get like 150 and you're trying to understand where is that 50. And
can I be at 150 for like 3 weeks and then I go back down?
That's the point, actually. Yeah.
Because if we talk about like, dude, what is your 100%? You kind of already know that. Like, you know where you max out, but here you gotta like, you get to 100 and then gotta push a little more and then a little more and like dance in,
Yeah.
At least that's how I see it.
Well, dude, it's like a chassis, right? Like a car or something, and you like keep building the engine, and it's like, okay, this chassis can only handle an engine this big, and you just keep building it and building it and building it and building it. And it's like, can I fit a 900 horsepower engine in this freaking chassis? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess I say all that to just say to anyone who's like battling with that shit or is on the injured right now, like, dude, like respect. Like I don't know, like to try to be truly great for what that means for you, like you got to fucking risk it to get the biscuit, you know?
Yeah.
Like people used to look at John's training and be like, whoa, that is crazy. Like those lick skillet reps he would
Yeah,
do
man.
and stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
how the fuck do you think he gets so good? You know,
Totally.
like it's
Yeah.
like Jeff McGavro out here doing like, I don't even know how many miles in like 4 days with a
Dude.
40,000 feet of vert. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll work and he'll win the race.
Totally.
That's the thing.
Who knows?
That's the thing. You never know.
Yeah.
And that's exciting. And dude, it's still gonna be a wild race.
Oh, it's gonna be
There's
so good.
still so many
we
people.
have a couple of three heavy here, dude.
Okay. Who are your top guys? But we can't
Can't use
we
Seth.
can't use Seth because
Okay.
like we want
Wait, before we go into speculations,
Yeah.
you guys saw that the movie was canceled.
yes.
That's a bummer.
All right.
Do you guys think, because I don't know, there's no, I mean, I don't know the reason. I just saw Debo's
I also don't know the
message.
reason. So
I-
we can speculate.
Yeah, we can speculate on this. I think that
Mhm.
and this is not my idea, actually. This is Max, my friend and co-founder of Verrun idea. We're chatting to them. He's like, dude, I think that like Hawkeye was probably funding most of the movie, and they were like, big guns out, budget is out, kind of thing. That would make sense.
It would make
Yeah.
sense.
Or
And they're the
like-
title sponsor of the race. So it's like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it's like, well, none of
Yeah.
our people are going to be in the film. So,
I almost wonder if like
and that may not be true. May not be true.
maybe
No,
there's already
don't quote
like
us.
a film like that was going to be done on Jim or something, and like this was going to be like part of that or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But who knows?
yeah. And like in Debo and what was the guy's name? The director of Unbreakable One. Can't remember his
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Unbreakable.
Mr. Unbreakable. In their defense, it's like, dude, it's a freaking massive effort to
Absolutely.
create a film like that. And so if it's not the year, it's like, maybe it's not the year, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe come back next year.
Don't worry, we'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it is a bummer, dude. I was looking forward to that, you know?
But how funny would the title be? Like Unbreakable and everybody's fucking broken.
Well, I saw a meme of like, I guess they're breakable, you know, or like unbreakable and like broken.
Well, but shout out, I don't know. Like, I wonder if Debo and Mr. Unbreakable have any like signal now about how much interest there is in a film like this, and like maybe it like informs future like projects on their end.
There is a lot of interest, guys.
I mean, I'm
That's for
interested.
sure.
Yeah.
I am like kind of bummed, but okay. Now we can go into running, racing. Oh, by the way, ladies, consistent as always.
Yeah.
No big shaking on the ladies' side.
Yeah. Totally true. Well, yeah. Yeah, no big shakeups that have been recent. Like, it's been cool to see some of the pregnancy deferrals that have happened,
Yeah.
like with MK and stuff. It's super dope.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But dude, actually, before we get into speculations, Memorial Day training camp was this last weekend.
Mhm.
Something I have not been to still. It didn't work out last time when I was in States. Matt, you've been at
I have
least
been.
once,
Twice.
Have you been, Moy?
No.
Okay. I
No,
don't know.
no.
You've been a lot of
That's a good.
races.
Thank you for
Yeah.
no. Like I learned about that this year actually. No, I have never been on the Memorial Day.
All I could think of, I've always wanted to go.
So
Huh.
fun.
Now all I can think about is the Poison Oak. I'm just like, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I got it so bad when
I
I
am
went.
finally
I'm good.
back.
I still like think about it.
We are
Age.
so back.
We're so bad.
As
Okay,
somebody will
Francesca.
say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
But that's all I could think about. I was just like, dude, I don't know if it's worth it for a little training camp.
Did you see Des Linden was there?
I did.
She's pacing.
I hope she doesn't get a bad taste in her mouth from all the Poison Oak. Dude.
I think she'll be fine.
I think that
hope so.
probably make her even like her more. Just like, this is rough. I love it.
Yeah, could be. Could be. It was really
In
cool.
a good way.
Yeah.
Talking about the Poison Oak.
It was cool. It's always cool to see the like dynamics and partnerships that happen out there, like who runs with who,
Yeah.
and like
Hmm.
it looks so fun. And see, it was cool to see some content Mountain Outpost put out on
Yeah.
like training camp day 1, day 2, day 3, and like shots of Craig Thornley just waxing on the training camp. And go check out their content if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any. It's gonna be cool to like learn about it. I think there are two ways, right? Like you can go there and be with the whole community, or you can do what Seth and Drew did, like go on your own thing, adventure.
Yeah.
and like kind of be more focused on. So for me, this is not like super selfish, but before a race, maybe I like the being on my own.
Mm.
Like if I'm doing Western States, maybe I would like to do the route, but like, on my own or with you guys instead of with like 50 people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
That you're going to compete against.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like totally. It's like, so yeah, I don't know, but it looks very cool. But I don't know. I would do it maybe on years that I'm not racing.
One thing I really appreciated about the films that got made were like they profiled people who have been waiting to get in the race for a long time. And
That's
they're just
cool.
like mid back of the Packers. Like Scotty Sandow's in the race, super
Wow.
dope. Like just a lot of cool stories of like some guy. They just like ran up on him and they're like, "Hey, like, is this your first time at the camp?" And he's like, "Oh, I haven't been since like the 90s." And the first time he ran states was, I think he said like 78.
Wow.
So like one of the
cool.
first editions,
Yeah.
and he's still out here. He started 7 and finished 3. So they were like, over the last freaking 40 years or
Dude,
whatever. And they were
wow.
like, "What advice do you have?" And he was just like, "Start conservative, and then if you feel good after Forest Hill, like then you can push," which is the kind of
Yeah.
common wisdom. But it's just so cool. There's like people like that out there. There's people who's like their first time. There's people who are just starting to enter the lottery and like coming out to just experience. And it's really affordable.
It is.
Yeah.
It's worth going to. I mean, I recommend anybody who has the opportunity to like go do it. It's so cool. And if you love the community feel, dude, that's it. That is it right
I
there.
got to get out there.
Yeah,
one
it's
of
so
these
fun.
years.
Yeah, we can do it.
But yeah, I agree, Moy. Maybe on a year we aren't racing would be perfect.
I think so. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, maybe I go and I love it, and it's like so inspiring for the race, and
For sure.
and yeah,
We'll wear long pants.
Yeah.
we'll do something. Do you think the poison oak right now is like?
I don't know. I feel like it could be
I
just
got
as
it
bad.
bad at the camp. My first year. The second year I didn't get any of it.
I
but the first year,
I
oof,
like
Rain pants. We'll just wear rain pants, take them off at the end, and throw them away, dude.
some extra
every
heat
day.
training.
Yeah, buy the cheapest one.
Throw them away. Disposable pants.
Disposable pants, organic, compostable pants.
There we go. They're
So,
biodegradable.
Yeah, it's yeah. So we're not gonna be harming the environment. But yeah, crazy checkouts of the race, and also the movie's out, and yeah, kind of wild, not unexpected.
Yeah.
I am surprised that Killian keeps riding the fine line. He's also
We got to watch this video.
Yes, we have to watch this
He
video.
explains it a little bit in there.
Yeah.
So
It's funny. Like I mean, dude, I love Killian, right?
I think he's winning.
He could be listening right now, dude.
Okay, so
in the video he's listening to single track pod.
oh my god, really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we have some listeners.
In Norway.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the thing.
Look at the camera and talk to him, dude.
We have exchanged emails. But okay. So my good friend from this French blog and account with memes, Gino Dalagif, and a lot of people, like some media from Spain and stuff, like is posting, because he had this 50 miler.
Okay.
He did this 50 miler, like kind of like half of the stats of the race.
Yep.
Killian did.
Yeah, just a few days ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I missed that.
insane.
Like this week, like
Cool.
Monday actually, or something. Like
Yeah.
50 miles. Splits are
Pretty good.
pretty
They're really good.
Did he break 7-minute gap? I'm just kidding.
Gap, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
yeah.
kidding. Obviously, he did.
I
Okay.
mean, I think the average was like
He won the race.
I saw it in case, so
Oh, yeah.
6 or 7 minute pace.
Wow. Nice.
6 highs. Or something.
with half of the
But
vert of the race.
the impressive thing was the Hari data, which is like
Like 145, 140.
the guy's probably gonna win.
I mean,
Yeah.
duh,
Well,
I mean,
if mechanically, if he can tolerate the whole thing mechanically, like
yeah,
for the
with
whole-
his knee and stuff,
and in general, like mountain guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Running a
running.
running race.
Well, that's why that 50 miler had a lot of runnable miles in it.
So, but
doing
he's doing like he's kind of. I don't think you have many options where he lives. It's like if we had to be doing Sanitas Valley and then some of Sunshine and then some of the canyon,
Yeah.
and like that's literally his training.
Yeah.
And he does like 40Ks, 50Ks, and now so he's just like doing it a bunch of times.
Strong up here, dude.
Yes.
in the brain.
Oh, I have. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably his biggest strength. It's like
So
the brain.
good.
But dude, the funny thing, I said like people, the stats are impressive, and it's a very good run. Heart rate data. It's what are the
That's
stats?
pretty
The stats
solid.
in mile.
That's-
602, 50
That's
miles.
good. But dude, that's like light effort, I feel like, for
Oh,
Killian.
for sure.
So that's the thing.
I mean,
That-
heart rate. Yeah, dude. Like
What,
the
140?
average heart rate was 134. His max was 162.
Out there jogging, dude.
We don't know if he's is he using a band or this is from the wrist.
Dude, I bet that's legit.
I bet
Like,
it's a
that's
band.
not
He
that
always has
fast
a
for
band
him.
on.
Okay, there you
Chest
go.
strap, yeah.
So that's insane.
It's crazy, dude. Yeah,
You
it's
know,
super fit.
So yeah, I just was gonna like what I was gonna say actually is that is very impressive. The heart rate data is impressive, but I also think there is a couple of guys who can do that this year.
Yeah, I think.
I
mean,
you know, I
we
think
shouldn't probably get into predictions just yet.
We can't, and I want to buy on it because I want my computer here so I can
Yeah.
see all the names and I don't
And
forget
I
about
want to
anybody.
like talk more about the women's race at some point too, because I have a sneaky feeling that that's going to end up being more exciting than the men's race.
Well, okay. I love it.
yeah, I agree.
Would love
think
to.
so. But
Maybe in the next couple of weeks we'll
Yeah.
pull out the
Yeah, yeah.
computers.
we have time.
but
Yeah.
I have my men's picks on lock as long as they're all healthy.
Okay. I gotta
I'm
go.
excited to.
I gotta walk
to
the
share.
walk the stable. You know, see who's
Oh,
in it
dude,
still.
Yeah,
I gotta watch Killian's video.
Yeah.
You know, and like other people's like to like understand
Yes.
who's gonna be behind Seth. You know.
Another thing about Killian's video, dude, just another. It's like dad mode, dude. He's like holding his baby
Yeah.
while he's like collecting his Morton bottles and filling them up at the sink to do his session. It's just like a newborn, you know. It's just yeah, it's so cool to see someone at his level like dadding at the same time like that, you know. Badass.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Badass.
Inspiring.
Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about states. Do we got a couple other like banger topics? Let's just like look. We can't do voice memos this time, guys. Sorry. Seth is the one with the Bluetooth setup on the board, so
You know what they say? No, Seth.
no memos. All right, let's see here.
That's what they say, dude.
That's what they say.
Let's see. Unbreakable 2, we already hit that. Oh.
The controversy.
Yeah.
The Aravaipa.
Are we touching that, dude?
I mean, a
haven't-
lot of people have been touching it, so
I haven't read anything about it.
It's like
What-
your lobster meme, dude. Ah. It's like, should we? I don't know. You know?
yeah. Yeah.
We could talk on it.
I don't know much, so I would be listening mainly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we don't have to go into too much depth, and I don't know a lot, but I know that they eventually ended up
Let's
disqualifying them.
Let's set the stage because like some people might not know what we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
All right, I can do it. So basically, and dude, like Single Track talked about this. They didn't want to like use Scott Trayer's name. They were like, someone like it's like
Yeah.
Scott posted. Scott's a homie. It's like,
Yeah,
dude,
dude.
it's made a post calling out a competitor in Black Canyon, Ferdinand.
Mhm.
Can't say his last name.
I don't know about the magician.
Yeah,
The magic runner.
Ferdinand the magician. He accused him of like accepting aid outside of an aid station and cutting like a quarter mile of the course.
It's crazy that he was like, because I read the first part, that he estimated to have cut like 4 minutes and 42 seconds. Something like so specific.
Yeah. So basically, like, you know, they found out about it at the race, like at the finish line, and then Aravaipa made a determination to like give him a time penalty, and it moved him from like 10th place to 14th place. So like a 10 spot at Black Canyon is like definitely something to be proud of, but not like you're not getting a golden ticket.
No.
It's not.
You're not getting sponsorship.
It's not
You're
a huge deal.
yeah.
It's like, dude, that's awesome. But like his placing, whether it's 10th or 14th, like didn't really matter,
Right.
you know? So 20-minute time penalty, it's all settled. But then apparently there was some like allegations that maybe he cheated at Canyon's 100-miler and he won the race,
Mhm.
but like totally unsubstantiated apparently. So like no evidence, just like kind of like the word on the street is like he cheated again. So that's why I'm coming out with this post. Long story short, dude, like Scott's post generated a lot of discussion and eyeballs on the interwebs. And Aravaipa kind of circled the wagons and came back and ended up DQing Ferdinand the Magician, dude.
Well, I think that was ultimately the right call because of you know, when you're the pre-race video and anything that you read online, it says like, you know, if you go off course, like sometimes this happens trail running. We've all gone off course at some point.
I went off with you.
You double back to where
Yeah.
you went off course and then you pick back up on the trail.
Yes.
As much as it sucks, that is what you do.
You don't just cut through the fucking desert. And
Dude,
say,
I've done that.
Sorry, I just like, you know, it's like, dude, like we've been. If you're top 10 at Black Canyon, you should know better.
Well, and dude, the funny thing is, like, you know, like one of the races we ran, you know, it's like,
yeah,
someone didn't run the whole course, and it was like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
But this is like Aravaipa golden ticket, like it's a big deal. So you gotta like uphold. It's like,
I also, I okay. So to Ferdinand's, like to be on Ferdinand's side in this, I also can kind of relate. Like when you're in a race, sometimes your head's not working 100% or whatever, but it's also like the rules, and just like laws are laws. Like you break them, you pay the consequences. And there's been plenty of runners in Air Viper races that have cut courses that have just straight up been disqualified, like middle of the pack runners. You know, I've read the comments of people on those Instagram posts that said like, well, I got DQ'd when I did that in your race. And it's like, what makes Ferdinand special, you know?
And dude, ultimately, go ahead, Moy. You think you
No, there are so many few rules to follow. Like,
yeah, right.
It's like, you know, this is not F1.
There's a few golden rules.
Yeah, it's like, I imagine, I don't know, probably in Formula One, or if you're doing, I don't know, like other more technical based sport, like you have to follow a bunch of rules. Here's like, follow the route, and
everyone's got to run the same trail. Otherwise,
don't hit
really
another runner, and don't throw trash. It's like 3 rules, right?
But dude, this did spark some interesting like conversation in the comments. And dude, the other part of the controversy is like he was a member or is a member of the Aravaipa racing team.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, was there like some nepotism or favoritism in the initial ruling? I have no real opinion, but dude, one thing that it brought up for me is like there, especially when you're racing for like a top spot, and every little advantage can make a difference. Like at Canyon's 100K, dude, it's like, Moy, you and I like kind of fretted quite a bit over like, dude, should we get dropped off at the start or take the shuttle? Like it says you are required to do, or you're going to get disqualified. Motherfuckers out here like posting on their story of them getting dropped off at the start. And it's like, dude, like you get to sleep extra. You don't have to ride on the shuttle. Like, you know, you're going to get there in time. You can have additional nutrition. You can drop all your gear. Like it's an advantage, and like definitely not enforced. And I know a lot of people got dropped off, finished the race, didn't get DQ'd. So it's like, if you're going to write something as a disqualifiable offense in the rules, you got to fucking disqualify people. Otherwise, it's like, why follow the rule? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to risk it, right? For me.
I am never risking
it. It's messed up, dude. It's like, then, okay, so if they don't DQ people for getting dropped off, it's like, well, maybe you can cut some of the course and that's okay. Mm-hmm. And you just get a time penalty. Maybe you can like not bring the required gear. They're not going to check. Who cares? Like there's all these little ways that people can cheat. And there's no precedent set of like, no, you're going to get disqualified. Like you have to follow this rule. So, I mean, I've gone off course in a race in the lead. So frustrating.
Yeah.
Turn around, run back, still in the lead. Ran, more vandalism, off course again. Run back. It's like, dude, that's how it is. Dude, sometimes you just, it is what it is. You got to turn around and go back.
I was leading one race in France. Went out of course. Realized later, turned out I finished like 35th. You know, but I had to go back and undo everything. It's just local race, so it's fine. But like, it's just how it is. It's fine. It's like
And so, I mean, I don't know Ferdinand's side. I don't know that he's like said much, but I mean, for me, it's like, dude, it's all good. I'm sure he's learned a lot from this experience.
Yeah.
And who knows? Like maybe he was like, dude, I did go off course. Like, fuck me. Like whatever you want to do is cool. You know,
and
like,
I think the penalty was mainly related to him receiving help or something like that. I mean, and we don't know the details, but like the other thing is just like kudos to Aravaipa, I guess, to and this is probably Jamil, behind
And
Um,
Jubilee,
and Jubilee,
as the race director.
which is so much experience,
Big
which is
respect.
great. A lot of respect. Like kudos to for them to just like recognize, hi, okay, yeah, we were maybe soft, and okay, we're gonna like
set the precedent.
set the precedent, cut it from the root, and this is a new decision, and because we can all make mistakes.
And they updated the rule book.
Yeah.
Which is great.
And good learning. That just speaks highly of them.
Yes.
Independently, if it's a controversy and kind of like, people will have sides or this and that. Like, just rules are rule. Like, you respect them, don't do the opposite, and everything will be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, kudos on them on just like, redirecting curves and making sure that they do something that is like a good example for the community and for the races.
Yeah, big shout out to Aravaipa. They exemplify the type of race organization that should be hosting golden ticket races, like highest profile.
Golden ticket races that, anti-doping control.
Exactly.
The UTMB one.
Yeah. Where supposedly he cheated there too and nothing happened. So
who knows, dude? We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. But yeah.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Oh, the other one, you had written another topic that's also controversial. I don't know if we want to touch on that. I don't know anything about it.
About Stian?
Yeah.
So Stian,
top 10.
Did his first race again.
Was he top 10?
So
Zagama?
actually, I don't know where he ended up finishing. He was in top 10 for most of the day. I don't know.
But it was at Zagama.
At Zagama. So yeah, so it's like people who've been longtime listeners know, like we touched on the Stian Ackerman, is that how you pronounce his last name? Controversy with his positive drug tests, and then
when the news broke, however long ago that was.
Yeah, it's been a while, and then it's still up in the air, whether he actually doped or not. There's been all sorts of testing and stuff done, but long story short, he served his ban and is able to race again, and Zagama let him in to race, and it was just interesting to kind of see. And I followed along on Instagram with his Instagram and kind of reading the emotion that went into it all. And dude, I don't know how anybody races after going through all that, and like probably like what he was experiencing and how he felt. Like he even talked about after the race, like the first like 20K, how he just felt like just so much anxiety, and he couldn't even breathe, and
yeah, I'm sure
a lot of judgment and stuff going on. So yeah, I just found it was an interesting kind of story to follow over the weekend. And Zagama is always a really fun race to watch and follow, and it didn't disappoint
Zagama
this year either. So
yeah,
not a whole lot to talk about on it, but just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, it's funny though. For me, Zagama has always been such an early race on the calendar.
Now look at you, dude. You've already raced like 3-4 times.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, for me, Zagama is like I'm
the beginning of the year.
Like I'm watching the live while like
getting stoked.
Yeah. And then going for like one of the first long runs of the year. I am not kidding. Like it's just such
so different.
But here the season is like so early, that you gotta adapt. But like
it's the endless season, dude.
Yeah. It's like collegiate sports.
It's like a washing machine that never stops.
There you have people, not making it to the start line.
Yeah.
And that's the off season for it.
Yeah.
You race the whole winter, and then when you have to be racing, which is freaking June and July.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of it. Like the only off season you get is when you're hurt or like sick.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, back on the horse. Got to find a different race. And
Yep.
Yeah.
It happens.
Dude, I'm glad we brought up Zagama though. Have you raced that way?
No, I'm truly scared.
I mean, yeah, it seems so cool. Just I've never even been in that zone. But
I think you need very good dental insurance before you go.
I took a gnarly fall on that course. I'm not gonna lie.
You saw the second place, dude, like freaking bleeding.
Dude, a bunch of people were bloody.
Yeah, dude, it
is Zagama, dude.
Yeah, and it was a dry year.
I know.
Crazy.
So dry.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Dude,
hot and dry. Like that's normally like this weather.
Yeah. Well, so sick to see El Hazine come through with the dub,
He's one. He's
beast, dude. Yeah. Beast. And so like huge shout out. I know he's been like knocking at the door on that for years.
Yeah.
And then dude, the other one that was really cool to see, I don't know her name. I don't know if you guys do. She's like a very young Solomon athlete. Got second. Starts with an M.
Third, Malen.
Yeah,
She got third.
Malen
Third.
Osa.
Okay,
Yeah.
still crazy result.
so good.
So
And
sick.
Yeah, and she was
And
sick.
she's
not
very
too-
young. Like
yeah, she was
awesome.
sick.
She was sick
The
not
whole
too long
week.
ago. And
Yeah.
also Sarah, the lady who won.
Sarah
Dude,
Alonso won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's
Dude.
wild.
And she's from there. Isn't she from Basque Country?
No. I know that Malene is from the Basque Country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't quote me on any of this.
Well,
but
no, that's right on that. I think.
I think so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she's Basque. This is dude, like Sarah Alonso. She was like injured for a while.
Dude,
Mhm.
she's on a crazy comeback.
Yeah.
Like she was like kind of like Zach Miller before second at UTMB. You know, she was like gone, like riding mountain bikes and stuff.
And right when she had signed her big contract,
contract,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, and now
what
she's
happens.
back and
making good on that shit,
hey,
Yep.
yeah, just
racking up those bonuses.
yeah, dude, I don't know, yeah, but like it's very cool, very inspiring. You know, like just keep knocking at the door, and one day it will open.
So cool.
I want to go to Zagama.
Yeah,
So fun.
It's
just to experience it, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think I will do pretty well all the way to the top. then we'll see. I
Yeah.
don't know. Sometimes something unlock on my head, on my brain when I'm doing like a race where like I don't like I really just go all out in like technical sections, and I'm actually very good at it.
Mm.
But sometimes I have a luck that it doesn't unlock.
Well, the crazy thing is there's the technical section is just up on the ridge, and then like the downhill is really not that bad. I mean, like going through the cave is really like slick rocks and technical and stuff, and that's on part of the downhill. But most of the downhill is like what we would consider like ski slope.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
okay.
this grass, really slick grass, even if it's dry. But there's like these random rocks just here and there, like
little
pop.
ankle breakers.
Yeah, and like you don't really see them, but like if you slip, you're bound to hit one of those. But it's fast, but it's just like it's like 40% grade. You know what I mean on some of those. So
I don't know if you make me feel better about it.
but yeah, it's not. I mean, and then the last like long downhill is basically on like fire road.
Yeah.
It's incredible, man. That's some fun running.
Dude,
But
so
yeah,
cool. And they
it's a really
always
cool
make
course.
cool videos about it.
Yeah,
Really
it's an
fun one to
aesthetically
watch.
very pleasing place to be.
I think I hear that this is like the last year that Zagama is gonna be in the Golden Trail.
Is that so?
Oh, that's sad, dude.
Don't quote me on that, but
Whoa.
That's really sad.
we'll see.
Bring back Year de Mont.
I
That
mean,
also
there are
looks
so many
cool.
races that can
Yeah.
be on it,
Yeah.
but Zagama is like alone. You know, like it stands alone. It's like you don't. It doesn't need a
No,
circuit.
Zagama is Zagama.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What a wild. I do have the feeling that there has been a couple of dry years lately.
Yeah.
The rain came all the way to Colorado.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
It's raining right now. Actually,
Yeah.
it started
Very
here.
peaceful here right now.
Yeah.
We're in the solarium just watching
Yes,
it right now.
so nice. No owls yet. Dude, it was cool on the last episode. You could hear the birds a lot.
Yeah.
It was very cool. It came
So
through on the
nice.
mics.
Dude, but yeah, that was. I don't know how I feel about Stien running. I haven't put any thought on it, honestly. But the race was crazy. You know, what an amazing
Yeah.
race to follow.
I have one thought on Stian, and that is like it feels like a controversy and the details are kind of murky, and there is a possibility that his side of the story is 100% true.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, it's like that would fucking suck to be in his position.
Yeah.
And so it's like who knows like what is actually true? Like but it shows how much he truly loves the act of trail running and like racing, and the fact that he would go out there and subject himself to that kind of like potential judgment is just like heavy duty, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if like let's say this was one of us in that situation and we were 100% clean and didn't like we know we didn't do it, would you subject yourself to that? Like would you continue to race the minute they say okay, you can race again?
I think so.
I will.
Really?
Yeah, because it'd be like
100%.
yeah, I know the truth.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows me knows,
Yeah.
you know? And so fuck it.
Yeah. Fair.
But I mean, it doesn't change the fact that there's a lot of people who don't believe
Don't
him.
know or don't believe it. Yeah.
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 So yeah, I mean, crazy. Dude, I don't know. Do we have any other topics? I have a question.
What's the question?
You racing this weekend, dog?
Oh.
Oh. Ah, it's classified. Maybe I signed up.
I saw you on start list, dude.
Yeah, I signed up. I paid the entry fee.
You got on.
Yeah.
Norfolk.
Hell yeah.
In Norfolk.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I want to. I have been feeling good. But this is a little bit of a deeper. Maybe I will go on a tangent.
Do it.
So I have a
Yeah.
busy weekend.
Okay.
Family comes. Like I have 2 friends visiting, and then family gets into town on Friday.
Could be a perfect time to get away. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And then Sunday we have a big party, and the big party is because we have a baby shower.
Oh.
Oh, you guys know.
Oh.
Wait.
Yeah.
Soft launch surprise, dude.
So we
We have a button we can push here. I don't. Doesn't work.
There we go. Yeah, applause.
Yeah. So I like the thing is like I don't know.
Dude, hold on. Wait, before we
Yeah.
gloss over that, dude, I'm so stoked you're sharing it with everybody, dude.
Yeah.
Yes,
too,
I
man.
am.
Moy, he is a dad. You've been looking at a dad this whole
This
time.
is
you know?
the
Yes.
hardest kept secret in
Yeah,
Boulder.
I know.
So I guess some people know. I haven't done any posting or anything, but yeah, like Kirsten and I are having a baby
1 month after me and
a
Julianne.
month after you.
So
You know,
exciting.
Summer baby.
a summer baby. We are super excited. I am very excited. So that's okay. So we have a busy weekend because we have a baby shower and we're gonna have family and all of that. So I want to go. Maybe I would go. Hopefully I feel good. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm signing up. I actually really would like to go and run.
It's kind of close, right? Like not too far of a drive.
Dude, yeah, that's why I kind of sign up because it's like an hour and a half drive. So
Money.
it should be doable. We have a birthday on Friday,
Yes, we do.
Yes.
and then so it is a weekend, right?
Yeah.
It is a
But
weekend.
maybe I can squeeze it in. Who knows? But the thing is that like I currently have a different approach, and I will have this approach for the next few months about my racing and my training, mainly about the racing, and it's just because things are about to change. Summer is going to be different. This is going to be the first time in 9 years that I won't race a UTMB Mont Blanc race, or that I won't race in Europe at all, or that I won't necessarily be racing during the summer. I'm going to be mainly racing local races, focusing on like being close to home, and then probably trying to have like a second side of the season by the end of the year. And the reason is because normally my summers, the objective for me personally has been, building fitness and racing. But my main objective this summer is actually to be as supportive as I can of Kirsten. And it's like, because I was actually thinking today on my run, it's like, how can I be supportive? Like I really plan on like when the baby's here, being pregnant is so hard. And then giving birth seems to be so hard. Dude, like I am like, it's like, I don't know, 5 cocodonas back to back. I don't know. You are like,
Well, that's the thing. You don't know like how long it's going to be,
Yeah.
what you're in for.
and then you are like very tired and your body has to heal.
That's the craziest thing, dude, is like right after birth that you don't realize is like, oh, yeah, you're the most tired you've ever been. You haven't slept in like probably a day or two. And it's like, cool. Now you've a newborn that you don't know how to care for. Here you go.
Yeah.
It's
And-
like,
and you're, and
Oh
you're,
my god.
and
you're
you're-
just so strung out, dude.
yeah. And your body, like as a woman, like it has to heal from all of it, from like 9 months of growing a human, and then
You're
giving birth.
potentially breastfeeding for the first time, never done that before.
Dude. So
Yeah.
all of that is crazy. So my objective is like enable the best possible recovery for Kirsten, and like I'm like looking forward to maybe taking over the nights. I actually would probably do that. So like she can, because recovery happens through sleep. So she sleep through the night, gonna help her recover, and like I'm gonna be taking care of things or of the baby during the night and that sort of things. We don't know how it's going to be. Nobody knows, right? So like, but that's my plan.
Yes.
And so during the summer, I'm like, my main goal is just enable the best possible recovery for Kirsten. and like having her feeling good, being happy, grabbing coffees with friends. Whenever the time comes, maybe she can start, hiking and then riding and then running. Of course, that could be months.
Yep.
Nobody knows because every process is different. But that is my main objective of the summer. So I am very excited about that, and I'm very excited about all of this new adventure. Um, and I'm very excited of potentially running this race because my last race before becoming a father, I DNF. So I was like, oh, I kind of want to finish on not on a DNF,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also see like psychologically that doesn't really matter much. But I'm also very excited about like the second part of the year, like the fall and like I'm even thinking about next year, honestly.
Yeah.
And like having a kid at the race, like you what was the name of the
We've
race?
done it a few. Did it? Western States was the first one.
Yeah, no, but like last weekend or like 2 weeks
Oh,
ago,
freaking Quad Rock,
when
dude.
you had like a blast.
You got to go to Quad Rock for the race. It's perfect.
Yeah,
for
I like
kids.
being with the
Yeah.
kid. Like
That'd be cool.
that's a dream. So all of that is very exciting for me. But yeah, the thing is that to answer your question, I want to race. We have
Oh,
a
yeah.
busy weekend. A lot of things are changing, and that's very exciting. And dude, I'm like super excited to build that strength. I think you get like a second wing.
I mean, dude, everyone's different. Like, I feel like my dad's strength manifested in a certain way. Debo's been like, dad's strength isn't real, man. This shit is a hoax. Other people, Kirsch, dad's
Yeah.
strength, I think, took a minute to kind of come
Yep.
all the way on. But like, I definitely think it's real.
Yeah.
And I'll be curious to see if I get like 2x dad's strength.
I think.
Second kid.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be a scary.
Or hopefully it
rest.
doesn't half my dad's strength.
Oh no, I don't think so. I think you will 2x.
But dude,
Yeah.
one thing that's, I mean, fucking whatever. If you race this weekend, cool. If not, whatever. I'm glad you've like shared that you're gonna be a dad now because I want to talk about it for a sec, dude. Like, it's so cool to hear your perspective and like me hearing it because like you're the first of our friends to like kind of become a dad after me. So it's like it's cool for me to hear you going through it for the first time because it reminds me about what I must have been like going through it for the first time. But we didn't have a podcast back then. It was like different. And so one thing that struck me about how you just described that, me now being a dad and got my second kid on the way, it's like, oh, dude, like you're in for such a treat because I identify with this a lot because I remember this when I was becoming a dad. You don't realize this other huge objective, which is going to manifest for you, which is like, oh, like bonding with the actual baby.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even say that, and it's like, you're thinking about Kirsten because she's like here, but Kirsten this whole time has like been connected with the baby. And like when your baby comes out, it's like, you're going to get to bond and connect. And it's going to, I'm just so excited for you to experience that and then be like, oh my God, dude, like, wow, this whole other thing that I'm excited to like pour myself into and engage with, it's like, I remember not being so focused on Arthur. I didn't even know his name at the time. Like we hadn't chosen like all this stuff. And it's just like totally different when they're out in the world.
Yeah. They're human and they exist. And I can only imagine that, right?
We don't get to experience it till they're out,
Yeah. And so it's super exciting. And also like, we have been sharing like some of the experience, like with us. And we're gonna now be like literally a month apart. So we're gonna be sharing more
newborn
of the journey
experiences.
together.
Yeah. Have you changed the diaper before?
I have. Yeah.
I had not, dude, before I had Arthur.
Yeah.
But now I'm really good.
Yeah, I bet you. And I mean, so much to learn and to experience. And also it is a privilege where we live, because truth is that I may not be like racing. This is part like back off to my selfish side of the running part, but we can train from home.
Totally. You have the best location.
And it's just like, so that's super exciting, making things it becomes like it's like a new part of the puzzle that you have to now like configure it.
Yes.
Like, because to be honest, we have full-time jobs and sometimes configuring the puzzle is like very hard.
Yes.
And it's just a new part and it's like gonna make it more entertaining and like even more driven.
Yes.
Probably optimize a bunch of stuff. And it's also like I was thinking the other day or today, I was counting how many nights Kirsten has screwed me, like sleepless nights,
Oh,
and it's around like 10, I think.
okay.
And I was like, at least I own her
At least over
10
10.
nights. You know?
That's so hilarious.
So like that's gonna be exciting, and I will be, I don't know. It's gonna be pretty cool. So, dude, maybe we're gonna be having rocking babies on the pod soon.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is so cool. I feel like you just become like more intentional with the time you do have. It's like, okay, if I'm going to do a run, it needs to be now. And so I'm either doing it or I'm not. It's not like, I'm going to wait around.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Even if it's storming.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Cause dude, it's so cool. I'm so excited for you and Kirsten and your family, dude. It's going to be awesome.
Are we sharing the sex on here yet?
Oh, the gender. Yeah, it's gonna be a boy.
The year of the boy.
Year of the boy
Boulder
continues.
boy, dude. Yeah, the
Yes.
year of the boy continues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many
Yeah.
boys, dude.
I mean, dude, the exchange generation.
They are going to be raging
Yeah.
when they're all like toddler age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
Man.
we're gonna be tired, after long runs, like trying to keep up.
Yes. My secondary, just to stay on the kid topic for a sec. So I have parental leave starting around June 10th when we're due. And one of my main goals is to like teach Arthur how to like really ride the Strider bike. Julianne was like, you should do that because I'll have more time.
Yeah.
And he like rides it, but he's kind of like walking it. And so he's at the age now where it's like he can. And so it's so cool, dude. I feel like with each passing week or month in these first few years, they're just like new milestones all the time. It's so cool to experience.
Wow.
Yeah. You'll be there before you know it. Literally every time I run into a parent, whether they're like 50 and their kids are in their 20s or they're like got young kids or old kids, they're always like, it goes by so fast. It really does, dude. I'm already saying that. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're excited for you, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited
pumped,
for
dude.
both of you guys. It's really cool. Like our little friend group, which we're very fortunate to have, is really cool. And like we're getting just 2 new additions all of a sudden again. And I don't know, it's becoming something even more special. Like it seems like every year.
Every year,
something comes up. So
Yes.
yeah, man, we're excited for you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm
It's gonna be
excited
fun.
for all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
That's It's also crazy to see Arthur because when we arrived, like he was like teeny tiny.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was, I don't know what.
He was about to turn 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he turned 1 at Big Alta.
Yeah. He was like 10 months or something.
Yeah.
Dude, or like 8 months or 9 or 11. I don't know. But like, and now, like freaking jumping on the sofa like
Talking,
crazy.
Having conversations with us.
Yeah. Talking like, Uncle Mo, like it's amazing.
Not scary.
Yeah.
So funny.
He's a heck of a harmonica player.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's very musical.
It's like actually like really impressive.
And a recorder
He
player.
does stuff like I'm like, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah. That's when you see the talents, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so maybe I will be racing the weekend,
But now that this is out in the light of day, the race is the least important detail. If it works out, I'll be stoked to see how it goes for
Thank
you.
you,
I'm
dude.
rooting
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, appreciate. I actually, funny enough, like on the last, this is interesting. Kind of a tangent on a tangent, but
Good.
Before canyons, there was something very off. I don't know what. Maybe pressure. Maybe I don't know. But like every week, I had like this like back pain. The day before the race, I had like back pain. Like I couldn't move my neck.
You had a lot going on at work too, dude. At the time, a lot going on at work at the time too.
Yeah,
Right, carrying a lot of stress.
Yeah, and also like probably I don't know. Like I think there was a lot of things. I wasn't running well. Like I wasn't climbing well. I wasn't feeling myself. I was tired. Yeah, things were not clicking. Like I think the body was closed. I wouldn't say that the body's fully open now, but it has opened up a lot. And the last weekends, I have been able to run, like with Seth and Jesh and a few other people. And I have been feeling very good.
Dude, that's so good.
So maybe, I can maybe the body cooperates and the schedule works and I can have a good run. And it is not a big race. It's a local race, so it's fine.
But a good
You
one.
know,
I mean, dude,
yeah, you know how these Colorado races are,
Colorado
man.
Classic, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
There will be some good people to race with and have
Yeah.
fun with.
Yeah, nothing is
Yeah.
for granted for sure.
Yeah.
But that's why I was like thinking of doing it, because I have been feeling good, and I was like,
Good,
no
man.
pressure, just go and give it a try.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Is this? I can't remember, Matt. You were signed up, didn't do it, but like, is it runnable or more
Yeah,
technical? I don't really know.
It's runnable, but they're awesome trails. Like,
Is it like Evergreen vibes?
yeah, I'd say so.
Cool.
Maybe.
Have you run an
a little
Evergreen yet?
technical? I don't think you have.
It's like east or west of Golden.
No.
The mountains, yeah.
I haven't run around
We have
Golden.
to. We all have to go there. It's
Yeah, we should do
so
it.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like classic Colorado
Dude.
running. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I'm like I may drive in the morning. Maybe Max will come along.
Oh.
It'll be fun. Be a good time for you guys.
Has he been to like many American local races like that?
Not many, a couple. He have done a couple of 100-milers in the U.S.
Oh, which
But
ones?
like
Bighorn.
grassroots kind of.
Oh,
that's a good
okay,
one.
cool.
Yeah, fair.
Cool. Well, this would be another great
Yeah.
experience, you know,
Yeah.
if it works out.
Yeah.
How long is he here for?
Until mid-June.
Oh, cool.
I mean, your baby's gonna be born and he's gonna still around.
We should have him on the pod, dude. One of these.
Yeah.
Let's do
times.
it. Yeah. Next week.
Yeah. That'd be good. I haven't even I got to get a run in with him.
He
too
has
sometime.
have good takes,
Yeah. Good.
and he knows a lot about many things.
Good.
So, yeah.
Love
So
it.
people can know Max, and I'm always talking about Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Sick. Dude, that was a good long one.
Yeah.
What are we at? 1:30.
Dude, I think this is
Solid.
a good way to end it.
Yeah. The best way to end it.
If you made it this far,
Thanks for rocking with us. Episode 47
47.
of the Boulder Boys Show. We're about to get up on a heater. We've got some exciting updates to share, like in the coming weeks about, like things that are under wraps, but
coming
projects
days,
we've been
actually.
working on.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
We need to announce this because my mom actually asked me on the phone today. What is it?
Yeah,
Like-
well,
like,
you got to keep waiting a little while. It's like Christmas. You know,
Yeah.
day is not here yet.
Yeah.
But
Which shout out to my mom still listening.
shout out
Yes.
Kathy. Shout out. Yeah. To all of our respective moms and dads,
Yeah.
But thanks for listening. We'll be coming at you next week, the next episode.
See ya.
Bye.
Good night.